Listen, if you are a real YouTuber, like the real professional ones, lights, camera, action, mic right, light right, all of that stuff, please say something in the comments. Let me know that I am not the only person that gets up on here that has to make sure that the light right, make sure that the exposure is not too much, make sure that the mic is micing even though I don't have a mic. Like, just let me know that I'm not the only one that just press play and everything is perfect, because that ain't me. That is not me. Like, it took me 15-20 minutes to get to this point, and I'm just like, what in the world? So anyway, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. So two things happened to me within the last couple of days that just kind of made me feel like I needed to get on here to talk about this. If you are in a peaceful moment, in a joyful moment, in a happy place, I'm begging you to just live in that moment. Live in that joyful place. Just live where you at that moment, okay? Instead of thinking about, is something bad about to happen? Why is everything so chill? Why is everything so peaceful? Why are my bills paid? Am I missing a bill? Am I about to get in an accident? What is going on? Like, yo, that was me just a few days ago. So I'll give you a little rundown. Okay. I had to work over the weekends, and it was a great day. Like, nothing bad was happening. Everything was chill. Everything was cool at work. And when I got off, I was so happy because I knew I was off the next day. So I got home, I ate a good dinner. It was kind of early. I was chilling, and I was like, you know what? I want to go somewhere else. So I got some clothes on, and I went to the store. And as I'm driving, the sun is out. The breeze is just blowing. My window's down. Listen to a little music. And I was like, I'm really happy right now. Not that I'm like depressed and about to just fall off the face of the earth any other moment, but it was legit a happy, joyful, peaceful moment. And I couldn't fully enjoy it because I'm thinking, what's next? What's about to happen? Am I gonna get a flat tire? Like, is somebody gonna, like, what is about to happen? And then immediately after that, I was like, why am I thinking that? Why can't I just be chill? Why can't I just enjoy this? And I was like, that's something to talk about. And I'm wondering if anybody else is feeling that way or have felt that way before. Like, just, you know, having a really good moment in life, not just one day, but like, wow, like these past few weeks have been really so great. Man, what's about to happen? Somebody about to die. Like, and I might be like, I'm an overthinker. I know there's plenty of overthinkers, a lot of people that are dealing with anxiety and all that type of stuff out there. But I had to talk about it because I'm like, why do we think that way? Like, why do we think that way, right? And after the moment kind of dissipated, I went on about my way. I went to the store, continued to have a nice little good time. But it was still kind of in the back of my mind, like, you know, why do I feel weird? But I'm happy, but I feel a little different, you know? And in that moment, I can't remember if I prayed or not. I probably didn't, because I think I would have remembered if I did. But the next day, part 2, I was off. I was happy. I woke up, did not have to go to work. I was like, what is lying before me on this day? Do I go to the zoo? Do I go to the museum? Where I'm gonna go? And the time kind of went on, so I got out the house a little bit a little bit later in the afternoon. But man, I was like, I'm gonna get cute. You know, it's a little warm outside. I'm just gonna go and enjoy. And I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I wanted to go somewhere. So I walked downstairs, walked to my car, get in my car, and I said, oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. and I did. It's like the tears flowed. I was like, what in the world is wrong with me? Why am I crying? What is going on? And it was like a overwhelming anxiety welling up in me. And I was like, what is this? I'm off, I'm feeling good, I'm looking good. Like, what is going on here? And I said, Lord, why? Why am I feeling like this? You know? And I guess he let me feel the feelings because I'm here making this video, right? But we as a people, whoever you are, if you human out there, because I mean we got AI out here, so I gotta say to the people, we have to be okay with being happy. As simple as that sounds, like we have to be okay with being at peace. Like we have so many traumatic things happening in the world. I mean, look at our government. Governments, if you're across the seas, you got things happening in your land. You know, there's so much stuff happening. But when we get a moment to just breathe, to just relax, we can't do it. Why is that? The cruises, I'm not even going to say the cruise line, because most people that go on cruises and that listen to cruise news know what cruise line I'm really talking about. But we can't even go on vacation anymore without a brawl breaking out. Why are we fighting on vacation? Why? In the middle of the ocean at that. I would be afraid that somebody would knock me off the rail into the ocean. You know, why are we fighting on the boat? I was going to say something, but listen. We fought hard to get here on the boat. For the people that know, why are we fighting on the boat? We supposed to be cruising, eating ice cream and all. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, what are we doing? Why can't we relax? Why can't we? Why can't we? And also, just to add on to just living in the moment and being at peace and being in a joyful place, we shouldn't treat it as a treat. Like being happy and being just in a quiet place, in a solemn is bad, ain't it? Being in a quiet place, it shouldn't be treated as a treat. Like, oh, I deserve this. You know how like when we have something good happen to us, we're like, you know, I deserve this. Yeah, you do, but it shouldn't be something that just happens every once in a while. And I know that things are happening. The world is crashing down. We living in the revelation times, okay? But when we get those moments, like, we shouldn't have to like be worried about the next moment that probably won't even happen. We be worried about bad stuff that's going to happen. I am a stickler for peace. I'm very much a loner. I like to do things on my own, and I love my peoples, but I like to do things on my own. And I probably talked about this in another video, but I have an associate, I would call them a workplace friend, that is just astonished. Like, oh my gosh, like, you go out by yourself? Like, I can't even go to the movies by myself. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, but why? And then the person went through all of this whole list of what could happen. Like, somebody might take me, or somebody might kidnap me, or I might get robbed while I'm out, or if I go to a restaurant and sit by myself, people are going to look at me, people are going to talk about me, people are going to be like, oh, why is she sitting by herself? And I'm like, people don't really care about what you're doing, you know? And this is the things that we think of in our mind that keeps us from living life. And that's what the enemy wants us to do. I watched a video, and I can't remember the YouTuber's name. Shout out to her. But she was talking about, her name is Betty. I remember. Her name is Betty. Shout out to Betty. She's such a sweet soul. I started listening to her recently, but she was talking about getting out the house and not just letting your home be like, more or less, I don't want to say a prison, but just being like your box, and getting out for a little bit, and when you come home you'll appreciate it more. You know, we shouldn't have to be afraid to live. We shouldn't have to be afraid to treat ourselves and not overindulge, but just go out and be free and just, you know, meet people and enjoy the life that God gave us, without feeling like something bad gonna happen. I still don't know what happened in the car the other day. I just feel like it was just like in some type of anxiety or something, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus from happening again. You know, when you realize stuff like that is happening, you have to call it out and rebuke it like right then. And I didn't do that at that moment. I just let the moment happen, and I still went on about my business. I still went, because for real, it's been times where I felt like I'm just not dealing with this, and I would take my clothes off and get into my house clothes and not go anywhere. Like, it was times where I felt that way, but I was like, no, I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go. And I end up having a very peaceful evening. I went out by the lake, and I just chilled. I watched people go by, you know, exercising, and I was able to read a little bit. I was able to journal a little bit. Like, I had a nice time, and I lived in that moment. I got past what I was feeling, whatever the feelings were feeling, and I just kept going. And sometimes we have to push ourselves to go. Just like I had to push to make this video. I have so many topics to talk about. I ain't gonna be on here talking about, hey guys, you know, if you have something you want me to talk about in the video, let me know below. Like, I pray I never get to that point. If I do, refer back to this video and be like, hey girl, you said you wasn't gonna do that. Like, God be literally giving me stuff. It's always something to talk about. And don't worry about, this is going off the rails, but if you are a person that makes videos, a YouTuber or a TikToker or whatever you are, if you have something that you want to say it, because somebody's going to want to hear it from you. It's so many it's so many videos on one topic, and I listen to multiple people talking about it because I love people's different opinions. I love hearing people talk. I love hearing people say what's on their mind, and I love reading comments too. I love making comments. So don't worry about who's doing what, who's saying what, because if you have something different that you want to say on a topic, just say it. Somebody's going to come to you. Feel me? Okay. But yeah, like, and I think I made this point before, like, the enemy will make you feel like your joyful moments aren't deserving. Like, oh man, I shouldn't be happy right now, you know, when everybody else is going through something, or my friend is going through something. Why am I? It's like a guilty thing. And in psychology, I think that there's a name for that, but I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. If you are a therapist or a psychologist, please let me know what that word is below, because it is a word for that. It's like when you're feeling guilty for being in a happy place because you're thinking of everybody else. And I think that is I think that's very caring that you feel that way, but you shouldn't have to feel guilty for being happy. You shouldn't have to feel guilty for enjoying a meal because, you know, in reality there are people that are hungry. You shouldn't feel guilty for having the disposable income to have a beautiful big home, because maybe someone is homeless. It's a new word that they use. I said it before. Houseless, homeless. I'm sorry. I'm still learning, but you shouldn't feel guilty for that. You shouldn't feel guilty for being able to go and buy the things that you want to buy. Not saying that you're going broke shopping all over the place, but if you really have the funds and stuff to do those things, if you have the wherewithal and the wealth to treat your family to a beautiful vacation, you shouldn't feel guilty for that. You should be grateful. You live a very blessed life. I look at some people and I tell them, because I think that some people don't realize how blessed they are, and sometimes we need to be reminded. Even me, I look around and I'm like, Lord, you gave me this, you allowed me to have this. You know, when I know that there are people living in one room apartments, 15, 20 deep, you know, to try to live in this country, you know, they do what they have to do, and they are one bathroom, y'all. One bathroom. It's hard out here. We're living. If you're not in that situation, you are a blessed person. If you are living in that situation, I pray to God that you get to a place where you don't have to live in that way. I don't know how I got here, but we are blessed people. We are blessed people living in a very dangerous, crazy world, but we have moments where we're not in that space. For real, we have moments where we can sit and chill and eat a nice meal and watch some YouTube videos or Netflix or whatever your thing is, or read a nice book, or do your crafts. Some people got crafts that they do, and some people can't do that. We are living blessed, and if you are living blessed, if you do have things that you like to do, it's okay to enjoy it. It's okay. If you have a loving relationship, like really loving, I ain't talking about the toxicity, you know, I'm not talking about disloyalty and all of that, but then you have a good moment where y'all get it on, but then you fussing and fighting like, you know, 23 hours of the day. Like, I'm not talking about that. If you have a real person that you love and they love you back, you know, you shouldn't feel guilty because there's other people out there that want the same thing that you have. You know, if you are how do I put that? Just don't feel guilty, because I'm not gonna feel guilty. You know, when my husband comes, you know, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm not gonna like splash it all over the internets, right? But I'm not gonna feel guilty for being happy. And I'm gonna pray for the single sisters and the single brothers out there that felt the way that I felt when I was going through singleness, the way I'm going, I shouldn't say going through singleness, but living in a singledom. You know, I'm not gonna feel bad, but yeah, like, you know, this is my life right now, and that's gonna be my life maybe soon. I don't know, but I feel like I'm rambling. I told you I ain't gonna talk too long. I just wanted to say, like, don't feel bad for living a blessed life. That's probably what the title is gonna be, or something like that. Living your peace without worrying about the what ifs. Is something gonna happen? You know, what's next? It's always something. It's always something. Don't we always say that? It's always something. But it's not always something. Things happen because that is life. But at the same time, if you you know, got your little guilty pleasure show that you watch, you know, shout out to the Judge Judy watchers, shout out to the, I don't know, I don't want to say shout out to the 90s sitcom watchers. I'm not even going to mention the toxic shows because we ain't going to mention them. We shouldn't even be putting that into our minds and bodies and spirits, right? But if you got something that you just like to indulge in, not talking about drugs, not talking about, you know, not talking about negative stuff, okay? I'm talking about like just fun stuff. And some people going to say, but drugs is fun. Please, y'all, please stay with me. I'm not talking about that. Things that you enjoy that are wholesome and positive. Do not feel guilty because you're, for just a moment in time, you can relax. You know, it was times where I would go and get a massage and I couldn't even enjoy it fully. And it felt so good. But I couldn't enjoy it because I'm thinking of what I gotta do, gotta go to work tonight, gotta go home, what I'm gonna eat. I don't think I got enough sleep. You know, it was so much that when I got up from the massage table, I felt like I ain't even get nothing done. My body was tense all over again. We shouldn't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. Live in your moment. Be happy. Be joyful in the Lord. The Lord gives us peace. It was a verse that I looked up because I was looking for like something that resonated with the message that I'm bringing to y'all today. And the perfect verse that I came up with was John 14, verse 27. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. The peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. We need to turn off the news. Okay? I didn't even know Elon Musk and Trump was beefing. I ain't know. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like, we are living in a reality show, and this is real reality. Like, and for real, like, don't even listen to the trash. You know? That's nothing but the enemy stirring up wickedness and troubled minds. And oh my gosh, and yes, the country is crazy. We all living in perilous times and stuff like that. Not saying that we should just be floating like butterflies through the wind, like as if nothing is happening. Yes, be vigilant. Yes, be on your P's and Q's. Don't go down the street just thinking nothing's going to happen, but don't be so paranoid that you can't enjoy just a walk in the park, right? Like, it's a balance. Life is a balance. Be vigilant, but also go to the restaurant, get yourself something to eat, and chill and enjoy with your friends, with your family, or whatever, however you want to do it. Just do it. Pray about it. Ask the Lord, give me peace, Lord. Give me peace. Protect me. It's little stuff. You don't have to like do a 3-4 hour prayer speaking in the tongues. But before you go out, before you do what you do, before you get started with your day, before you go to bed, Lord, give me peace in the nighttime. Lord, give me peace before I go out of here. Protect me from any accidents and incidents. I was coming back from the store. I think that was the same day that I was just like, why do I feel like something bad is about to happen? I was coming back from the store and the light changed for me to go. I was supposed to make a left-hand turn, and before I even made the turn, my light was green. Before I even pressed to go, it was another car coming the opposite way that blew past their red light. And if I would have just decided to just go right away, you know how some people just, as soon as the green light go, they just zoom off. That would have been a straight up T-bone. They would have got me. I don't even know if I would have been here making this video, but all I could say was thank you, Lord. He is our protector. He wants us to be at peace, even in the crazy times, even in the perilous times. I know that is easier said than done, but I have lost people. I have went through things. I have went through some terrible things in life, right? But in this moment where I am right now, I'm not letting that get to me. I'm not letting that hurt me. Yes, we have times where grief hits us, or we have times where we do get a little sad, we get lonely, or we're like, Lord, what's going to happen next? But at the same time, he will give us that peace. He will. We have to open our word. We have to pray. We have to filter our minds with good things, with wholesome stuff. Y'all, stop watching this shoot 'em up, kill 'em, bang bang, booty coochie, whatever, because it's too much. Watch what you listen to. The music, you know, listen to some old Downing or something, you know. I'm on a smooth jazz Will Downing, you know, type of kick like that. That's where my mind is. I am in a 30 and over crowd where I'm not about that life. I'm not about the super street life. I'm about the chill, read a nice little chapter book journal life, okay? And if that ain't your life, you know, whatever, just be mindful of what you consume, you know, food, what you watch, what you listen to, right? Because that does play a part in our anxiety. If you wanting to be all in love, if you wanting a man, or if you want a woman, Jodeci and SZA and all of them, that type of music, those are two different genres, man. But I'm saying, like, if you want to, you might want to just stay away from that type of thing, right? You might want to just take a break, listen to some whinings, listen to some melodies from heaven, and just take a break. Take a social media break, you know, because the enemy know what we like. The enemy know what we want. And so he'll filter in some engagements. He'll filter in some big booty chick. He'll filter in some chocolate man that look all delicious and Nubian kingish. Like, he'll do that. And then we'll be like, man, how come we don't have that? Or how come Lord, you ain't blessed me with that yet? All the while, some of that stuff is AI. It ain't real. It ain't even real. But I'm real, and you're real. And I'm so glad you came to listen to me today. If you don't know by now, if this is your first time here, like, sometimes my words may not come out correctly. I'm not all the way eloquent, but I am a great writer, though. I am a great writer. Sometimes you gotta big yourself up. I know the pros and the cons of me, okay? And I advise you to learn you. What are the pros and cons of you? Some of us, dang, I'm going down another road, child. Some of us are so hooked on what we don't have, what we don't look like, that we miss the positives of us. You know, we need to start bigging ourselves up, and we need to just accept what people we need to accept what people tell us, and not think that it's all a lie. Like, you know how some people will be like, oh, you're just saying that, oh, you're saying it because you're my friend, or you're saying that just because, you know. No, I'm saying it because it's true. Some things I say about people, and they be like, dang, how did you know that? I'll be like, because I can feel it. You know what I mean? Like, and we just need to start pouring into each other, and we need to start pouring into ourselves. Who are you? That's gonna be one of the next videos down the line. Who are you? What do you bring? Not to the table, but what do you bring to yourself? What do you bring to this life? And I'm not saying try to like figure out what your purpose is or whatever, because that is my mission, like my life mission, to figure out what is my purpose. And I think I'm on the right road, you know. But I'm currently like pouring all the way into myself. I'm getting all the gravy on there, okay? All the gravy on there. And it ain't watered down. We need to start bigging ourselves up. We need to start highlighting who we are, our accomplishments. You got some people just trashing themselves all the time and going back to not living in your present, not living in your joy. Some people have doctorates. Some people have, you know, even an associate is a big deal. Having a high school diploma, that's a big deal. Getting your GED, that is a big deal, because some people don't have it, right? You need to start bigging yourself up, you know, because the world is just waiting to just bring us down with what we don't have, what we don't got, what we don't look like, and all that type of stuff. It's just foolishness. Clear your mind. Start filtering some things out, and it'll be worth your while, for real. I went through so much in my little life, you know, and I'll talk about some things, but if you're in your 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, even early 30s, child, I've been through it, okay? I've been through the low self-esteems. I've been through the low self-esteems. I've been through moments where I'm just like not proud of, like, ooh, why did I do that? Why did I do him? You know? Ooh. But God allowed me to see another day, child, because things could have went way left. I'm trying to tell you. Things could have went left. Things could have went a whole lot of lefts. But God allowed me to feel those feelings, to feel the hurt, to feel the pain, to feel the loss, to recognize that I can live in joyful moments without thinking about my past, like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loser. Why did I do that? I'll never be great. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Like, no. If you wake up in the morning and you're not in the hospital, if you're not in jail or whatever, or if you are in the hospital and you are in jail but you woke up, you have another chance to live, y'all. If you listen to this in jail, get yourself together, do your time, get out and go get the resources that you need to make it, okay? If you're in the hospital, get well, get better, get yourself together, and get out and go be great. The Lord is on our side. I'm on your side too. That's why I'm making this video. I had to get on here because we need to start living in our joy. We need to start living in our peace. The moments, enjoy them, because when or if things do happen, because that's life, we're gonna be okay, because we had so many other moments. We had so many other things. People going through divorce, people going through child loss, but you still laugh again, and it's okay to laugh. Don't feel guilty because, oh my gosh, like, you're not gonna be sad forever. You're not gonna be, you have moments, yes, but you're not gonna be sad for the next 1700 years. Like, you have to live again. You have to go on. That's life, y'all. So anyway, I love you so much. I really do. I hope this helps somebody. It's helping me. It's helping me. I feel blessed to be here to talk to y'all. So I don't know when my next video is gonna be. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month. I don't know. But I'm gonna try to be as frequent as possible, or when the Lord allows me to make a video. But I love y'all, and I will talk to you later. Be blessed. All right? Bye.